I'm Sarah from SoCraftastic, and today I'm going to show you how to make an itty bitty polymer clay unicorn. So magical! I am so excited for this tutorial. Thank you to all of you who have been asking me to do polymer clay because I didn't realize how long it had been since I have done a charm. I've done clay a little bit this year in the spring room decor and the Valentine's Day video, but they weren't charms. So the last actual charm I did was last April in 2015. I have no words and I really missed it, but I didn't realize that I missed it. So thank you all for getting me back into this. I'm very proud of this and I think we'll be doing some more minis in the near future. Just leave your requests below of what kind of charms you want to see. Please click the subscribe button down there, that red button, so you can become a SoCraftastic family member and you'll never miss a video from me. Also, please give this video a thumbs up if you are very happy that I'm posting a clay tutorial finally again. Now let's get into the unicorn land, planet unicorn. Alright, let's get into the tutorial. To make a mini unicorn, I'm using various colors of polymer clay. By the way, if you guys are not familiar with polymer clay, it is a type that you have to bake in the oven in order for it to harden. So I'm taking this really pretty pearl color by Sculpey. You can use any colors you want for this, but I just thought it was really nice and sparkly. And I am breaking this into two pieces, one bigger piece for the body and one for the head that's a little bit smaller. And I'm also going to take two tiny pieces off of the head for the ears, but you'll see me do that later. Anyway, I rolled them both into round sphere ball shapes, and then I am going to start shaping the body by kind of pulling at 4 different areas on the bottom to sculpt the feet or legs of the unicorn. At first, I just started pulling at it with my fingers, and then I went in with some tools. I have this dotting tool or ball tool, and then some Sculpey plastic tool that I got from Michaels. You can use any type of tools that you want. You don't have to have specific clay tools. You can use anything around the house, like pens or toothpicks, anything that you can find. So I spent a while doing this, and you just want to keep defining the lines and pushing down more and pulling out to make the shape of the legs. And this part is where you give the unicorn a lot of character. The length of your legs and the length of the body, maybe how thin or thick it is. It will just make yours super unique to you, so don't worry about making it exactly like mine. Once you have this basic shape or any body shape that you want, you can go ahead and add the head. And I didn't show me sculpting this, but you just kind of make an elongated oval-y shape and you put it on like so. It's probably not going to stick really well depending on how hard or soft your clay is. Sculpey is usually fairly soft, but this has been sitting around for a while for me, so it wasn't really forming a bond, but that is okay because I decided to use the ball tool to push at the seam there so you can't really see any of that, and it also, while disguising the seam, it makes a better bond. Here the ears have magically appeared. I told you that would happen. They're just tiny little balls, and I'm shaping them into little flattened triangles, and I'm putting one on each side of the head, and these are going to stick a lot better than the head did to the body just because it's okay for you to push on it more and it won't really lose the shape as much. And now I'm just taking 6 different colors of clay. You can use as many or as few as you want and any colors you want. You can see I rolled them into very thin snake-like pieces, and then I kind of twirled them around, twirled and swirled and spiraled, and I got some curly Q pieces. I'm going to start with the mane, and I'm just going to put one piece at a time, starting at the top by the ear, and then moving down a little bit to cover the neck area as well. So I went and moved on to green after I did a couple blue pieces, you can see there. And then I moved on to yellow, and after that I just formed this little cone shape, and that is going to be the unicorn's horn. Just put that on like so, and then I'm moving on to the tail pieces. So I rolled out all 3 at the same time, purple, red, and orange, and I joined them at the top, so the skinny pieces on the top are together like so, and then I'm twirling them, but only twirl it a little. You want the pieces to be separate at the bottom, and then you can twirl them all off in different directions on their own like I'm doing here. I think this just gives the tail more volume. After that, I took a little dotting tool and I just made an indent in each ear to give it a little bit more detail. And I also took a very tiny dotting tool and added 2 little nostrils to the front of the unicorn. Well, once it's looking good, you can go ahead and bake according to the directions on your specific brand of polymer clay. It's usually 15 minutes for 275 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I baked mine for, and it is now hardened and ready to add the eyes to. So I'm going to paint on the face with a dotting tool, and I'm putting a little circle on each side with black acrylic paint. And if you do mess up, because I'm like too much of a perfectionist sometimes, I wanted to wipe off the one eye because it was too big, so I just took some nail polish remover and a giant cotton ball, and then I wiped it off, and it just came off super easily. Then I realized that that was really ridiculous and too big, so I moved on to a cotton swab to fix it up a little. And also, while you're at it with the nail polish remover, if you see any tiny pieces of dust on your clay at all, you can use that and wipe them off. It just removes a tiny layer of clay at a time. I also did this part off camera. You can see I painted gold acrylic paint around the bottom of each foot for the little hooves. They're so cute, this thing, I love it! Finally, I wanted to make my unicorn really shiny, so I used some Sculpey Gloss Glaze, and this was after the acrylic paint dried completely. I just brushed that all over in one coat and let that dry, of course. If you do use acrylic paint at all for detailing, you definitely want to use some glaze because it will seal the paint in so you can't accidentally scratch it off. You can use matte glaze if you don't want your unicorn to be shiny, but I think shiny makes it look a little bit more magical. If you end up making a unicorn clay charm of your own, please show me a picture on Instagram, Twitter, or my Facebook fan page by using hashtag SoCraftastic. And if you perhaps come up with a name for this guy, then leave your name suggestions in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed making it, and like I said at the beginning, I am so stoked to be back into making polymer clay charms and minis again. I think the entire process from sculpting to painting and glazing probably took around 6 hours. It really shouldn't have taken that long. I'm out of practice, and I was really worried when I went to sit down and make this that it would turn out like poop, but I'm really happy with it. So, like I said, it shouldn't have taken that long. It won't take you guys 6 hours. I was filming, obviously, at the same time, and I was getting frustrated because I should have changed my lens to the one where you see the close-ups of these, maybe. Yeah, let me know what you thought of the filming angles and if you were able to see enough of the process, because I'm very rusty at filming really tiny tutorials up close. It's kind of difficult to keep your hands in focus and everything, even with the autofocus. Like, I turned the autofocus off because it kept moving. It couldn't tell where I was. It's like, that's so small. If you guys have not seen my past polymer clay tutorials and you're interested because this is just so cute, you're like, let me see more, there are a ton of videos up in that playlist there. I've been doing polymer clay on my channel since it started back in 2010, so there's a ton of clay videos up there, and I'll put some of my most recent awesome ones as well in the I button. Also, don't forget to click the red button to subscribe, and if you want to follow me around on social media and see my life behind the scenes, then go ahead and follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook fan page. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it so I know to keep thinking of more polymer clay tutorials. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you in my next video, which possibly could be my new planner because I'm planning on planning. I'm going to be doing Plan With Me this starts in July, so I'll be doing it a couple weeks before July probably. I think that makes sense. I've never done Plan With Me before. Also, my gold play button is finally up on the wall, and you can see my camera is back there. I decided to open it finally. Alright, now, goodbye, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. What are you doing, Leo? Look how tiny it is. A loud car. Wait, no, they ran over something. What is that? It's a plastic bag. Drifting through the wind or across the sidewalk into the grass. Yay!